When the last film was a box office smash, the producers quickly rushed into production of the next film, and released it a year after the last one. Ladies and gentlemen, Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla. So the story is when a Japanese army now called G-Force strike a deal that using psychokinesis they can find a way to control Godzilla and use him to their advantage. But in case the plan backfires, they will use a special blood compound to stimulate and ultimately kill Godzilla. But meanwhile, a giant crystallized asteroid is seen heading for planet Earth. G-Force issue out Moguera, another monster-like cyborg whose last appearance was in The Mysterians all the way back in the 50s. Is sent into space to deal with this new creature. Although he's quickly defeated and the creature lands on Godzilla's home island where his son mistakes him for his father because of the striking similarities, is kidnapped by the creature. Godzilla comes in but neither of G-Force's plans work, and Godzilla starts to make his way towards Japan to rescue his son. The army then discovered that this new creature, now named SpaceGodzilla, came from either Biollante, which makes absolutely no sense because you'll remember in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah that Godzilla was erased from history, which means in the previous and before Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Biollante, which spawned from Godzilla cells, would never exist. God, I'm a nerd. Or more likely, Mothra cells, which drifted into space and into the black hole, which created this new monster. So SpaceGodzilla now makes his base in the center of Tokyo, in which Godzilla and the recently rebuilt Moguera head towards to destroy SpaceGodzilla. Moguera is quickly destroyed after weakening SpaceGodzilla after destroying the power crystals on his shoulders. It sounds more and more like a video game every second, and Godzilla finishes him off with his super fighter breath as before. So how is the film? Well, it does have a good plot, and even though it's most of a rehash of the previous films, and the characters are good, it's a mediocre entry in the series. While Godzilla looks grand, SpaceGodzilla looks terrible, as does Moguera, and as for Godzilla's fun, just look at him! They've come back to the old roots of the 60s, son, good lord! The action scenes are a bit of a letdown, with the SpaceGodzilla suit being very awkward and stiff, it always makes it more difficult for the actor in the Godzilla suit to make contact, and the space fight scene towards the beginning of the film is one of the worst looking entries in the entire series. You can see the strings on all the asteroids and it's just horrendous. The score is a bit too campy and fun for the film, and the theme that it's trying to set out as well, more like Godzilla vs. Raids again, but still, in the end, Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla is just a mediocre and forgettable entry in the series. It's easily the weakest entry in the second series, the 6 out of 10. Well, thank you all very much for watching this review, and I hope you stay tuned for more Godzilla reviews in the future. Bye.